Happy Thursday, April the 18th, Hebrews 6, 9-20. Even though we're speaking in this way, dearly loved friends, in your case, we're confident of things that are better and that pertain to salvation. For God is not unjust. He will not forget your work and the love you demonstrated for His name by serving the saints and by continuing to serve them. Now we desire each of you to demonstrate the same diligence for the full assurance of your hope until the end, so that you won't become lazy, but will be imitators of those who inherit the promises through faith and perseverance. For when God made a promise to Abraham, since he had no one greater to swear by, he swore by himself, I will indeed bless you and I will greatly multiply you. So, after waiting patiently, Abraham obtained the promise. For people swear by something greater than themselves, and for them a confirming oath ends every dispute, because God wanted to show His unchangeable purpose even more clearly to the heirs of the promise. He guaranteed it with an oath, so that through two unchangeable things, in which it is impossible for God to lie, we who have fled for refuge might have strong encouragement to seize the hope set before us. We have this hope as an anchor for the soul, firm and secure. It enters the inner sanctuary behind the curtain. Jesus has entered there on our behalf as a forerunner, because He has become a high priest forever according to the order of Melchizedek. An anchored soul. That's a reference in this text, to have an anchored soul. God made a promise to Abraham. He made a promise, an oath is what the text says, based on Himself. He says, I will bless you. We refer to this oath, this promise, as a covenant. We call it the Abrahamic covenant today. God promised land, nation, and name to Abraham and his descendants. This passage repeats this and reminds us of that promise to the Hebrew people as a reassurance to us that God keeps His promises. God is always faithful and God never fails. We finish this passage with the emphasis on God's promise and provision. Our hope comes from a God who keeps His promises. Our hope is an anchor for the soul. It is always comforting and sustaining to read the promises of God, indeed to receive the promises of God that are found in the Bible. This is how God established this promise, this oath in the text of the scripture for today, that when God said it, that settles it. For years, I saw books around my house growing up with the title, Promises of God for Moms, Promises of God for Families. Now all we have to do is Google promises. If we're looking for promises based on something in the Bible, we can just Google it and it'll give us a whole list. The Bible is full of God's promises, and God is faithful, and our hope is secure, just like an anchor, an anchored heart. That's what God's provided for us. Woo. See you tomorrow.